If you want to hear a loving couple that's more on again and off again than Ben Affleck and J-Lo, go to NTTFGPOD at YouTube and subscribe to our channel. I'm Rock.
And I'm Archie.
Well, our opinions, they might not matter to some, but
What are you doing in there?
it's a podcast.
Immature, crass, trashy. And those are their good qualities. These poor schmucks are a couple of IQ points away from eating paste. But when it comes to music, sports, and comedy, well, that's all they know. You're listening to
Not these two fucking guys.
Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a... Yeah, I didn't know that word growing up. Confidant.
Still don't know.
What is it?
Confidant.
That's what I said.
Confidant.
That's what I said.
Yeah, you said it.
So
Is that a cover on your new solo album or no?
oh God. I miss the other day I told somebody, I said, you want to know what? I miss Betty White.
Yeah, she was
Betty White was great. She was
was.
just fucking great.
What was her name
Wasn't
on
she?
Golden Girls?
Rose
There you go.
from Minnesota.
Don't
From
you know?
There's a trivia question for you. She was like from this like weird Schwagenschwugen. Wasn't she from like didn't she always say stuff like that?
We're gonna look that up.
But she was from like Minnesota or some shit.
Minnesota, yeah.
Like a weird St. Olaf? Why does St. Olaf
Dude,
ring a
I
bell?
think that might be it.
St. Olaf,
Yeah, I think that was it.
Minnesota.
Look at you.
Yeah, I watched Golden Girls religiously. Did you know they're doing a reboot on this?
I heard about that. But with whom?
All right. Now, if you had to guess who would be Blanche, who would be Rose, who would be Dorothy, who would be Sophia, give me your four. Give me your top four if you were going to guess.
Okay. All right. Okay, so but is it going to be like they're supposed to be that age that those ladies were, or is it going to be like
Yeah.
that whole crew of like what's her name? She's on Saturday Night Live. She's a director now, actress. God, I can't think of her name. Glasses.
Tina Fey.
And like
Probably.
Maya Rudolph and
Yeah, you got 2 out of the 4.
get out of here. They're okay.
But side note, Tina Fey played a fantastic what was her name? Was she from Ohio? Who was was she a state senator?
Sarah
Palin.
Alaska.
Alaska.
Close.
Fabulous.
Ohio's close though.
I don't know why I thought Ohio.
Again, call back to our previous episodes. Knows fucking nothing about geography.
All right, so you got 2 out of the 4.
Come on.
And so if you got 2 out of the 4, I would put $100 down of my cold hard cash that you would know the other 2.
Okay, so the blonde lady, and her name's escaping me now. That's in the Tina Fey movies.
Amy Poehler.
Amy Poehler.
She's number 3.
Rachel Dratch.
Is that womp womp womp? Is that Debbie Downer?
Yeah.
Is that her? Is that who that is?
Yeah.
No, but
all right. Give me a clue.
She was in one of the biggest sitcoms of all time.
Is she a former Scientologist?
I don't fucking know who is.
Leah Remini.
Oh yeah. No.
Okay, hang on.
Let's just say that she had friends.
Okay, well,
now you're like, well,
it's
Jennifer
too
Aniston.
big for Jennifer Aniston. So it's got to be either Lisa Kudrow or
Courtney Cox, right? Is that what
Courtney
her name is?
Cox.
Lisa Kudrow.
Okay.
Amy Poehler's gonna play Sophia.
Really?
Sophia.
So in the original one, Estelle Getty played Sophia.
Which, a little tidbit, at that point in time, she was the youngest actress on that show.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. And she was the oldest one.
Younger than Blanche, though? I don't know about that.
She was the youngest one, Estelle Getty.
All right.
I th-
And
I-
they dressed her up.
And I think I was told that as a little kid, and I was like, yeah.
Say it ain't so. Okay, so who's playing Blanche? That's got to be Maya Rudolph.
Yeah. I'm assuming. I don't know yet. I didn't read that. I didn't go that far because I was keeping it as a I mean, I just see like pictures.
You want to be surprised as the show on
I
the
want
show.
to be surprised. If I had to guess, I would think Tina Fey, it would be Dorothy. Lisa Kudrow would be Rose. And Maya Rudolph?
Mm-hmm.
Would be Blanche. That's my guess. We'll see.
But
But
I don't know how I feel about this. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know that everything needs to be a reboot. Have we run out of all the ideas ever?
Yeah. A lot of reboots in this world.
A lot of reboots.
I'm kind of excited. I'll check it out. Very, very talented cast. Very funny girls.
Yes, very.
If they would have got Melissa Carthy to play, I would have fucking boycotted it.
Who's Melissa Carthy?
What's her name? Melissa McCarthy? McCartney?
McCarthy.
McCarthy, whatever the fuck she is.
Oh my God.
Wouldn't have watched it. No, I'm excited for this. Rocco,
Yo.
do you know that Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm is fronting
I just heard this.
Skid Row?
Yep.
I listened to a little bit of a live performance, Youth Gone Wild. And nowadays, somebody was on a phone, held it nice and steady, and like I got a great go on YouTube, check it out. I got a great vision of what it looks like. Dudes can play. I think her brother joined her on this because I think that's her brother from Hailstorm.
Mm-hmm.
But she held her own, man. She could sing. I mean, we always knew she could sing, but she's gonna fill that position just nicely. And I give her a lot of fucking credit, man, to a singer who is owning the stage and running around and fucking let's go and singing like,
Yeah.
yo, you could see like in between verses, she does that, but like it looks like more like a breathing technique. Like I don't think she's like sucking. I think she's doing like some type of and she's just fucking every verse is just powerful. Good for her. Lizzie Hale fucking fronting Hailstorm. Fronting Skid Row.
I heard an interview with Snake Sabo, and he was talking about it, and I forget. I think he said like some kind of festival or something. Like she came up and did a song, and then they I guess their singer had to leave the band, health reasons, and they're like, oh, let's
come have fun.
Yeah, let's see if she wants to do it, and she was like totally wanting to do it, and I haven't heard it, but I heard it's good. You said it's good, and I've heard from a couple other people, but that just goes to show you, it was like literally the perfect time for Sebastian Bach to come back in the fold, and they just fucking hate him.
Why? Do you know any reason why?
I don't know the full story. I don't know the bad blood, but it's like, I feel like that's the one band where like, hey, bygones are bygones, but no, like this would have been like the time to have him back, because I feel like he
so
I don't
awkward.
know. I feel like he like would do it, and then like things come out in the press, and then he'll like back off his stance. You know what I mean? It's like a whole
yeah.
Do they like me? They're not. Yes, no.
Know. There's always articles on like Blabbermouth about the new singer, or Skid Row goes out here, Sebastian Bach does a tour here, and they're both doing the same shit. Just fucking do it together.
Just do it. Come on.
Just
give the people what they want.
Have you been noticing lately in rock, always in hip hop? This was always going on in hip hop, but in rock lately, a lot of collabs.
Yes. Yes.
Are you a yay or nay type of guy on that?
Um, I'm a I'm a yay. I'm a yay.
Me too. I agree with you.
I like
Well,
that.
I like it because you're seeing who's sounding like who wants to vibe with each other.
Yeah.
I like when like um I do enjoy when Post Malone does do collaborations. Pretty much all of his songs are kind of,
Yes.
but I want to see
Hey, he
him.
has a song by himself? I've never heard it. I just heard a song with him and Morgan Wallen.
What do you think of that?
I mean, it's for what it is. It's a good song, right?
Something like I can't give up
Catchy.
or something, or I never give up, never
I'm gonna
quit.
name it, but Morgan Wallen just sold out MetLife Stadium, aka Giant Stadium, 2 nights in a row this past weekend
I
in
couldn't tell
Jersey,
you.
Jersey. You can
I
tell me.
I
Come on.
couldn't I
You
couldn't
can
tell
tell
you
me.
one fucking song from him.
Yeah, either could I. But
Morgan, and it's Morgan Wallen, and it's not Whalen. No,
Wallen,
all right, Wallen, Morgan Wallen. What's up, son?
2 nights in a row sold out MetLife.
He sold out MetLife 2 nights in a row.
Like WrestleMania could barely do that.
Jesus Christ! So that was almost like Tay Tay coming, huh?
Yeah.
Woof.
And I think
That's
now, I think that may have, I don't know, don't quote me on it, but it may have been like the most people for a 2 night thing for like a country artist, something like that.
really.
But I think
I did see my Instagram. Some friends did attend the show. When everybody dresses up like a cowboy and you see them in a parking lot,
yeah,
I mean that means they went to go see a country show part time.
yeah,
Right? It's like you don't dress like that. That's not how you dress. It's like you
exactly.
almost go to a costume party.
Yeah, it's like cosplay.
But
They're
they're
LARPing.
fucking
You know
LARPing.
what LARPing is?
Live action role play. Yeah.
Got
Bro, LARPing. They're fucking LARPers.
it.
They come with they fucking they go get
You
a cow
fucking LARPers.
they get a cowboy hat, they go to Target, they buy the fucking most country shirt they got, maybe a
Yeah,
Johnny Cash shirt, some fucking boots, some jean shorts, and you're LARPing. And then you go back
that.
to work the next day and then you dress
Yeah.
normal.
You
Is it
go
the
hang by the water cooler and talk about the concert.
Oh, I was at the Morgan Wallen concert last night, y'all.
Except the next
You've
day
never
you're
said
wearing your
y'all.
khakis and your white New Balance, with your fucking polo shirt tucked in, all nice.
How can I help you?
Um, Again, you know the type of country I'm into, like Chris Stapleton or like Jamie Johnson, like guys like with these sick voices.
Yeah.
Luke Combs, like that kind of stuff. But speaking of collabs, my best pal Brad today. I guess I never heard this song. It must be years and years and years old at this point.
Okay.
But it was a little collab where we started talking about Nickelback,
Okay.
who gets shit on, and guess what?
They always get shit on.
I swear to God, people just like hate just to hate. They're a fucking good band. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Catchy song.
they're good.
People
They're
would kill for their career. Anyway,
Oh yeah, of course.
a collab on a cover of Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting by Elton John, Nickelback, and Kid Rock. First time I ever heard it. Fucking
So,
good.
I'm sorry. Say it again. Who was it?
Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting. It's a Elton John cover. It was
Yeah,
Nickelback
I've heard of some.
and Kid Rock.
And did they slay it?
Yeah, slay it. It's like they kept it. So they didn't like do their own interpretation of it. Like they didn't like change it up. But it
Okay.
sounds like Nickelback and Kid Rock doing that. Like it's really good. And I never heard it before. So you could probably look it up. It's probably like, I don't know, 15 years old this point.
Wow.
Or it could have come out yesterday. I have no idea. I just heard it today for the first time though. Speaking of collabs.
Did you see Metallica perform for the Elton John tribute?
No.
They did a song called it's one of Elton's like fucking huge songs. Funeral for a Friend.
Mhm.
Love Lies Bleeding. The song's like fucking like they played like a 7-minute Metallica version of an Elton John song.
It's pretty
And
cool.
you want to know what they did? They stayed in their lane and they transposed this song to them and
Okay.
they fucking crushed it. And
That's
they
pretty cool.
and I've heard James Hetfield say he's like an Elton John fan. I believe I heard that. And I think they performed Elton John all into it. Fucking rocking out. All into it.
Yeah, Elton John, first of all, I really love Elton John's music. My mom is actually a huge Elton John fan, but great writer, great musician, you know, can sing fantastic and just hit after hit after hit. You can't deny that.
Line after line after line after line.
Yeah, that's it.
Chopping it up. Chopping it up.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I think Elton John's one of those artists that like, some of these artists like they don't want nobody fucking doing their songs, and they don't, they almost take themselves too seriously. But I think he genuinely likes when artists have an interest in like his songs, right?
Yeah.
You saw it with Eminem. You're saying his stuff with Metallica, but I've seen him with a ton of people. So
And do you know Springsteen flew across the country? So he had
I'm over his arms tired.
he had a gig. He was playing I think the Forum, right?
Mhm.
He flew back, he flew back East Coast, played with a guy named Luke Bryan. Do you know who he is?
He's a country artist. Yeah.
He's a country artist.
Yeah.
Like did a song or two up there with him, enjoyed the night, and then flew back the next day to go play his show in the Forum. I don't know.
He loves performing. Like he loves like that's his he I want to say him more than anybody is a fucking lifer.
That's
Right? I'm serious.
he's just like if you had like how many times has he played a show?
Think about it. He's been playing since what? The fucking
Say 15 years old. I think I've read shit like say 15, 16. He's 73.
still fucking going.
Just
Love it.
just playing.
I actually
Enjoying
I saw a clip today. You know who Hank Azaria is? He did he did a couple, I think one or two voices on The Simpsons, but he's an actor. You know him if you saw his face. He was actually on Ray Donovan. He was one of the FBI agents that was after him. Anyway,
was he on Martin Tupper?
fuck's Martin Tupper.
Was he on Dream On? Do you remember Dream On
Yes.
HBO?
Yes.
Was he one of the head? Was he one of the people in his head?
I don't know. Maybe.
What's his name? Hank
Hank
Azaria.
Azaria. I just saw a clip before we came on of him like at I guess it's his own band or whatever. He does like a Bruce Springsteen, like it's not, I wouldn't call it an impression because
Yeah.
it sounds just like him, but like he does Springsteen songs as like sounding like Springsteen.
Really?
Pretty fucking good. Who knows?
He's definitely the whatchamacallit, right? The bartender.
Yeah. Mo.
Mo.
Is there a leaky bum here?
A very special guest of the show, comedian Sean Morton, shooting his first motherfucking special
Yeah.
at the Dojo Comedy Club in Morris Plains.
Can't wait. We're going.
Guess who got fucking tickets to that?
These two fucking guys.
These two fucking guys. So, our boy Sean, love him as a guest, little skinny fuck that he is nowadays. This is gonna be cool, man. I'm very stoked that we get to be in the crowd for his first special. Like
he looks good too, like you said.
He looks great.
He's got a ton of weight.
Looks great.
His wiener must look so much bigger now. It's got to.
It does. It's true.
He said it does.
It's true. Is it true? Is it true? All right. So, do you know what's the date offhand? It's August 24th, I think.
Hang on.
I'm gonna get it real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was talking with him over text, and I said congratulations and everything. We got some tickets. We're gonna come, and he said, I'm fucking, I'm preparing. I'm nervous. I'm like, you got it. But if he's only doing it, see what a couple comedians like to do is that comedians like to do like 3 different nights and then
Yeah.
mix and match.
Or like 3
You know.
shows and plug in. Yeah.
So whatever, maybe
Not Shawnee boy.
Shawnee's doing 1 hour one time. Jesus Christ. Oh boy. He so I can understand how that could be a stressful, a thing on your mind.
He's gonna crush it, Doug. He's been working on this shit for a while.
All right. So Saturday, August 24th, Sean Morton special event, live taping, 1 hour. There's still tickets left. So
Gonna sell out though. So
it's gonna sell out. So I want
where
everybody.
can they
to
find
go.
tickets? Arch?
Oh, funny you say. You can go to you can either contact Sean or go to the Dojo Comedy Club in Morris Plains and purchase tickets there on their calendar. So please support and enjoy.
Put the link in the episode there, kiddo.
Got it. Our guest tonight is known for his electrifying performances with bands like Honky and Down. But his influence doesn't end on the stage, my friend. With his YouTube series, Crew from Hell 2.0, he peels back the curtain and invites us, the fans, into the inner workings of life on the road with Pantera, sharing insights from his remarkable journey. Welcome to Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast, Bobby Landgraf. What's up, bro?
All right, y'all. How you doing? Thanks
What's
for having
up,
me on.
dude? How are you?
I'm so good. Even better now. Jibber jabbing with y'all. Come on.
Yeah, we appreciate the time.
Thank you so much
Absolutely.
for coming on, man.
Man, thank y'all for seeing the show and digging that. I've just kind of threw it out there.
We're gonna get into this shit because
All right.
I might not show it on the outside, but I am a nerd when it comes to this behind the scenes of rock and roll.
I got you, nerdy. I got y'all that nerdy.
I got your nerd right here. But I'm gonna start this off a little different. I just a random opinion. Are you ready?
Go.
What do you think 1981 Motley Crue playing the Bowery Ballroom? Did you see that?
What do I think of it? I did not see it.
Oh, no. But did you randomly, a band that big playing the Bowery Ballroom just for like a one night only, 400 people?
Dude, I think it's brilliant. I think back then it was just the most killer thing. You know what I mean? I mean, shit, what was I, 16?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean?
I don't want to misconstrue the story. They played 2 nights ago under the name 1981 at the Bowery Ballroom.
See, I didn't know nothing about that.
All right. Well, this is why it's good.
Hang on.
Right, so 2 nights
now
ago,
I'm almost 25.
2 nights
Almost,
ago,
I said.
2 nights ago, I believe they went under the name 1981. I'm assuming that's the year they started, and
all right,
they played at the Bowery Ballroom, just a random fucking show, like a band like that, 400 people, like pretty fucking crazy. And I could imagine what the setup behind the scenes would be.
You know what? I think it's great. I think it's like I gotta liken it to Slipknot just playing Pappy and Harriet's. I mean, what the hell's that? How cool is that? I mean, I would only wish Pantera would sneak in somewhere and rock somebody's fucking club like that. It would be badass.
How about New Jersey? Do it.
Yeah. Hey man, right?
Could you
$20? I'll hook it up.
Done. I saw clips from that Slipknot show. I don't know how. First off, they all fit on the stage. Playing a small club.
Right.
I sent Archie a meme the other day that said the most impressive thing Slipknot ever did was to get 9 guys to agree on when to have band practice. I'm like,
I
and that's
mean,
fucking
right?
true.
Well, they did. They practiced a little bit. They got a lot going on, man. Oh, it's great.
So I just want to say, Rocco told me about this series. I had to jump. I jumped on, and
on.
I'm gonna have to say, to the best of my knowledge, I don't think there's anything else out there like this.
Man, you know what I was doing? I was doing it for my friends. I was walking around doing the gigs, going, you know, I got to show my friends what the fuck is going on. This is crazy. So get my iPhone and start walking around and looking at things. Hey, can you believe this? Look at this fucking thing and all this and that. And I had so much footage when I got home. I was like, all right, let me see if I can put this together. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to share this. I'm going to just throw this stuff together. I got an iPhone. I got iMovie. There's nothing special, but you know what? I'm standing in these places. I'm doing these gigs with awesome people, and a crew from hell the reason I want to call it that is because I've been out with these people almost 2 years, and these are great folks. And this crew is awesome. I mean, we roll deep, like 30, people plus. And man, I am just blown away at the places I end up and the gigs that we end up doing, and had to share it. I had to put it out. I had it. Who gets a chance to see that stuff? Nobody. Nobody.
it's so
So
fucking
that's
dope.
part of it.
Watching the whole
it's
rig
fun.
come together.
The whole rig. Yeah, man.
Like,
The weight, the stuff coming up to the ceilings, unbelievable.
So
It's
so
unbelievable.
what got me, and the one I saw the whole series. I guess it was it was Detroit Ford Field. Where was that like when they were showing, you call it the Metallica donut, I guess, the stage.
The donut.
That whole little setup, where was that? It was like a separate facility or something like that you guys were setting stuff up before you actually go on to the main field.
That's a place called Lidditz in Pennsylvania, and it's in the middle of fucking nowhere, and it's a huge facility with rooms that big, and the big bands, they go in there and they try their show. They do their light show, their
Wow.
pyro, and you set it up and you get it going. For us, we had to get ready for the Metallica donut. I'll just call it the donut, right?
yeah.
And so you see the yellow tape. We taped it off. It's a smaller scale because it's so big. I
Sure.
mean, we're going 50-yard line, both ends of the football field.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how
yeah.
big it really is. So I was able to put in little bits and pieces of the real deck, looking
That
at
was
the
cool.
taped deck as well, trying to show how it, that's something else, man. I mean, I've never seen anything like that. And you can be as in this business for as many years as you think you've seen everything. You never seen that before. And that's cool on all kinds of levels. But for us, it's rough. And I'm saying that because you got inner monitors and you got wireless rigs. So there's no amps on stage. There's no something to go to when you can't hear yourself. It's in your ears and it's in your fingers. So these guys are fucking champs, and they hit that deck and they roll and they go for it, and it's amazing. You will see a Mammoth. They put some rigs on deck, but good for them. I mean, whatever. It's a deal you make with Pantera. You got to get on and off in a certain time. Mammoth goes up there and does a fantastic job. And not only they're an amazing band, but their crew guys are really great and really know what they're doing to get your people on and off that big deck at a football stadium. And the thing about the donut for us, we're like 9 shows deep with it now, so we really got a good feel for it. And so what happens is, first show, second show, it was like, all right, you do sound check, and I'm walking around the ring. I got the bass. I'm like, all right, I'm hearing everything. Nothing's cutting out. This is easy. This is okay. All right. I was worried for nothing. You know what I mean? Hey, it's going to be all right. Then the show happens, and you're in an NFL stadium with 50,000 screaming people with their phones on, showing their cousin, like, can you believe this? And then you start to get dropouts and, shit. And the guys are going, what the fuck, but they're all pro. Nobody loses it. They're fucking pro. And, but it's like, I'm hearing what they're hearing. I'm hearing what Rex is hearing.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing some dropouts here and there. I'm like, oh, it didn't do that for sound check. What the
Yeah.
fuck? And I'm looking around at, oh, okay. Okay.
Now,
Because Metallica slices off our frequencies that we get to use. It's a whole thing.
now I'm sure there could be a million things, and I'm just throwing shit in the wind here. But say Rex's bass goes out for, a couple seconds. What does your brain immediately go to? Where would you go to first? Like, what's your first
Plumbing.
like?
As a tech, you think about plumbing. What went out? Where did it go out? What in the chain? What I mean by plumbing, I'll explain it.
Yeah.
Signal from the bass to the rigs to the speakers in the fucking house is plumbing. Think of it as water. Think of it as water, and when you put your gains, you're heating up the water. When you do your EQ, you're coloring the water. When you do your compression, you're squeezing the hose and making it go. You know what I mean? If you don't know what I mean in audio terms, yeah. So you think water and flow. So all right, starts at the bass. He's hitting the wireless rack in front of me. It's going from there to the pedals. The pedals go in the thing, and whatever he's using for his tone. He's got a couple different shelves of pedals. From the pedals going out to the thing, and on a live show, it's going to the amps, then it's going to the speakers. But in this case, it's hitting the wireless and it's going out to him. So I see my levels. I'm like, okay, I got my shit. And then the monitors has a whole other planet that he's dealing with.
Yeah.
And he's looking at everybody. Okay. Oh, I didn't get any input from Rex. All right, there's something going on with Bobby. And he can look at me, or we could talk to each other real quick, like, hey man, the thing and the thing.
Yeah.
And we're real pro. I mean, everybody's top shelf out here.
Yeah.
And so not much goes wrong. And when it does, we know our plumbing, so we know where the water got cut off. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's a very good explanation for people.
Oh shit,
out
this
there.
pedal. Oh shit, the cable in the pedal.
Yeah. I could
yeah.
rock the fucking sweat. As soon
Oh
as
my God.
if I were you, bro, the sweat would just start pouring down me. I'd be like, oh, where's it going? Why is he not getting power?
After so many years in the biz, you've done your sweating. You're bleeding and you're sweating and you're crying is all over now. You're there. You're there doing it.
As I think more about this, like, think about this, Rock. Not only the lead up to the show, like, I have to have my my musician's gear ready to fucking go for war, but then the battle starts. Then that's a whole nother.
Yeah.
So you can't take a relaxful shit until after the show, Bobby.
You're damn right. That's exactly right.
But like,
man.
honestly, like, you can't really like be all right. That last note, and then it's like, all right, we got through this one.
Then it's all right.
Yeah,
we got this one. And
I never, I don't do what you do, but I could imagine, I could feel it. Like, I can honestly feel that the pressure. But this is what you do. So kudos to you, my friend.
You're the crew chief. You're the mechanic. He's driving the car, but you got to make sure the car's right. You know what I mean? He different base, different something happens. All right, a little bit of different plumbing because he's got a different base with a different, transmitter. All right, but there's the only other different thing in the chain. When you've been in the biz and doing it this long, and especially for me as a musician, I know what it feels like, and I know what's going on. And I've had shows where I'm playing them, and my rig's out, but nobody knows except me. You know what I mean? Or, just for a minute, like I've done a down show where I'll never forget this. You got cables coming in out of your tuner. I was doing a down show. I forgot, it was in Europe somewhere. And I straight up stepped on that cable, broke it right out of the pedal. And I looked at it and I know I fucked up. And I'm looking at my tech and I point like, hey, bro. Yeah. And he comes over, he looks at me, I look at him, and I just walked away. I kept playing. I know I wasn't being heard, but you don't let him see you sweat. You don't let anybody know what's going on because Pepper's still rocking and it was just me with no tone. It took a few seconds or maybe, whatever. But all of a sudden, clunk, I was back in and I heard it. But you don't stand there and pout. You fucking go, man. And that's what my guys do. And that's I'll never believe, man. I mean, I got to tell you, I couldn't believe it when it happened. But there's little dropouts here and there that are going to happen on that Metallica donut.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll never forget Zach's ears just went out on him. And Zach is such a fucking pro. He walks up, the monitor guy's to my right. He just looks at him straight up, smiling in total rock mode, like, hey, bro, I got nothing. I got fucking nothing. And he walks away smiling and playing, and, the thing got figured out. But,
Now-
you just go.
Now, from your experience, what are they hearing up there if they go out?
Whatever they want to hear. Their mixes to their
No,
ears
no, I'm sorry.
are custom made.
Not if his ears go out. What are they hearing? What just Charlie? I mean,
monitors that are on stage,
okay,
PA,
all right, so there is like
there's still
something-
sound in the room.
Yeah.
And unlike a regular stage where it's pointed one direction, everything's going there. The Metallica stage, those towers, they're omnidirectional. So there's sound coming out everywhere.
Good.
So, Zach could actually walk around and kind of, okay, I can hear what's going on.
Got it. Okay.
And all you got to do, he's just got to get closer to Charlie, and then he's got his beat, and he knows where it's at. Yeah.
Finds like a nice sweet area.
Find a sweet area.
I'm all asking like I'm concerned, like, oh, what the fuck are they gonna do?
Arch,
Believe me, we are too, right?
just like you, Arch. It's the same thing when we play a club for 100 people and you're on the ground because your wire's fucked up, like scouring, like you lost your contact lens. I'm like, hey, get up.
Yeah, man.
I can't even.
Right.
I learned at around 18 years old. I'm 45. About 18 years old. That old and the simple trick, right? The fucking loop, your cable.
Oh yeah.
Right? Oh, of course. Like that's day one, right?
yeah.
So I don't
Right.
fucking know that, right? So I just fucking plug in. I'm playing this small club it's called Obsessions in Randolph. We're opening up for a band called Gilby Clark. He used to play, right,
Yeah.
GNR. So I'm playing and I'm going and I fucking take a step and I step right on my cable and it comes right out of my guitar and I'm fucking playing my heart out and I'm like, funny enough, I don't really hear much coming out of my guitar. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
There it is. Look at that.
So
Look
many
at that piece of
fucking-
plumbing.
Look at that PVC.
Look at that
down
water
there.
hose. Look at that water hose down there. Yeah,
So
man.
Bobby, you're on the road. You're teching for Rex. What times does the day start?
It depends on load in time. My day, because I'm backline, starts later than everybody else. The first people in, they chalk the floor, they set the points in the ceiling. They got to make chains and they got to start lifting lights. And they got to get the PA in the air. They got to get the lights in the air. And they'll start at 6 a.m., 6, 7 a.m. I mean, they're the Marines. They get in first and they're last out.
Wow.
So after, as you'll notice in the videos, I try to show a timeline of how the day goes as well.
Yeah.
And we'll hit the deck. We get to hit the deck 9 or 10, but they've been at it for about 3 hours, 4 hours. But all that goes up in that short amount of time.
Wow.
But if we're doing like Pantera headlines festivals now, and now since we started, the crew 2.0, we call it. Crew from Hell was always their crew, but we're the new crew, the 2.0.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting at is that a lot of festivals we're the headliner. So what that means is you're first on deck. So we'll have like lobby calls at like 4:30, 5 in the morning, because we got to get there by 6 and we got to set everything up, check it, and be off the deck by like 9 a.m. because there's 10 other bands going to be on that stage that day.
Damn.
So we set up like the very first video I showed in Italy. I really didn't know that was going to turn into a video, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to set the camera up, set my phone up on the side, just get the whole setup. And you'll notice at the very end of the video, we just tuck everything in and keep a flat black line. And you can't see any of our gear because it's got tarps over it. And everybody else does their show all day long. All the other bands, everybody. And then once they're all done, they're off. We push our riser back out. We pull the tarps off the cabs. We're ready to go because we checked it. We know it's working and we're ready to go.
I tell you,
It's crazy.
It's overwhelming and amazes me. Just like the amount of equipment, amount of stage shit that has to get packed, put away, sent to the next venue. And like, Jesus Christ.
7 trucks.
Oh my
7
God.
semis.
Here's a stupid
How
question.
about that?
Wow.
Hey,
Like,
you know,
are,
one
are
semi is a lot.
Yeah.
are you and the rest of the crew traveling same way via bus with
Yeah.
them? Not with them, but
Yeah,
like,
we got 3 crew buses
okay.
and there's 4 band buses. So there's 30 of us, about 10 a bus. And
Holy shit.
the crews are put together pretty much by what we're talking about. You know, the riggers and people setting up the stage builders, they're showing up and they're showing up first. So they're on a bus. They all live together and they can talk about their day, the setup and the thing. And you know, here's what went good, here's what went bad. Then for me, I'm on the bus with the audio guys. So it's backline and audio because we're on deck. We're the guys on deck all day talking about what we're doing, setting up the monitors and the PA. And the backline means guitar player, drummer, bass player, and it's us, our gear, and we're the backline guys. So also to get back to your earlier question, we'll hit the deck about 10 because by that time lights are up, PA's up, and while we're pushing our gear into place because everything just got out of our way, they're testing the PA. They're making sure everything's working. Lights are being tested all day. They're doing the light show tests all day long.
Yeah.
Because you don't hear the lights. You know, nothing's in your way. And so by the time we're ready and get a good thump on our instruments, it's sound check time. Then we do a line check, make sure all the signals are happening. And then our front of house, Eddie, Muscles, he's at front of house and he's like, okay, kick, snare, tom, and we'll go through the whole drum kit. Drum kit's ready. Give me bass. All right, cool. Give me these pedals. Give me the sound. Okay, great. Guitar, boom. Guitar clean, boom. Playback. Give me some audio for the screens, all the video stuff.
Yeah, I forget about
Those
that.
screens are intense. The video screens, we got 3 screens, and those screens are a lot to put together. I showed a little bit about how the screens come together, and that's a
That was
lot.
cool.
That's a
Now,
goddamn
how is
building.
that?
I mean, it's flat, but it's it's
Are
intense.
Are some of those? I'm trying to. I have a question. I'm trying to make it come out correctly. Are some of those screens timed perfectly to the set? Right.
Yeah, I mean, you may see a microsecond of delay,
Yeah,
like
but
when he strikes the chord to the delay, but that's it.
not
It's all
even
happening.
video footage. Like, doesn't Pantera have like some video,
Video
footage? That they
footage?
do? Yeah, not live feed.
Well,
Meaning,
yeah, because
like,
we show Vinny and
yes.
Dime and Rex and
Now,
Philip.
is that all triggered?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah. It's we're not running to a click by any means. So there's none of that going on. Like a lot of bands,
Yes.
their lights and their fire will all be programmed. No,
Yeah.
I mean we're all real people pushing the buttons, making it happen.
Gotcha.
But yes, the Vinny and Dime videos are the whole show, little bits and pieces, and then the particular songs, the Black Sabbath song.
Yeah.
We did that at first, and that was mostly Vinny and Dime footage with
Yeah.
Rex and Philip. You know, the old days.
Yeah.
Bring you back. And man, I gotta say, that's the thing that I may have seen it 100 times already, but it's like sometimes I just look up out of nowhere and you see Dime just going right on. It's just like, oh fuck, man.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
And
I'm
but
sure,
it
I'm
reminds
sure.
me and everybody why we're there and why we're doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a tribute show like nothing I've ever seen because it truly is just like the celebration of these 2 guys, man. It's not the celebration of the band where you got 4 or 5 guys that love the band and want to play their songs. I mean, Rex and Philip are there doing it again.
Yep.
And Charlie and Zach came up with them. I mean, that they were all together for so long. So it's the perfect guys for this gig, man.
Really,
Scorsese does a fucking movie. He's got De Niro and Pesci. If you're going to do this, you're going to get Zach and you're going to get Charlie, man.
Rocky and I talk about this all the
they
time.
came up with them.
Yeah,
Man.
Charlie.
I mean, Zach put Dime in the ground. I mean, just I mean, that's why it's proper.
Gotcha. Yeah.
People say, "Oh, Charlie ain't doing Vinny." Fuck yeah, he is.
Dude.
Zach
Yeah.
ain't doing Dime. Fuck yeah, he is. And loving it, and it
100%.
means so much to those guys, man.
Yeah.
Charlie ain't just doing, "Oh, this is fun." Nah, man.
No, you can
Charlie's
tell how much.
channeling. Charlie is channeling Vinny. You can close your eyes, and it's like, wow, that's it. Also, Charlie didn't bring his Anthrax kit. Charlie has Vinny's kit and setup, and those things are in different places. But Charlie went, nope, this is Vinny's kit, man. I'm doing the Vinny kit,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Zach's got his own rigs.
Yeah.
That's
You can
Zach.
tell.
He's gonna have that's Zach's tone. That's
Zach
his thing.
is Zach's tone.
Can he do it? Fuck yeah.
Mm.
And Zach himself, I mean, I'll repeat this, but I'm sure we've all read this, and I've heard Zach say it a bunch. It's like, if Dime was going to do the solo in No More Tears, it's going to be the right notes. It's going to be
Yeah.
cool. It's going to be like I would have done it, but it's going to have the Dime on it.
That's it.
So
Exactly.
That's a good explanation.
Zach's doing all Dime stuff, but he's got his thing, man.
We
we're so used to it now.
Yeah.
We caught the show. It was early on in the tour. Last August at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and that was
man.
that
was our first.
Yeah, I know. I know. It was
First
the
Metallica show. Yeah.
Yeah, the first or second show, and I'm like, wow. There was. You talk about the circular stage, the Metallica donut. There was so much
man.
to fucking look at. It was amazing.
So much.
It was
so much.
And it gave me like chills, like you said, watching the videos of Vinny and Dime, but then seeing Zach, Charlie, like playing their hearts out, and obviously, Rex is just solid and criminally
He's giving it
underrated,
hell, man.
And Bill sounds so fucking good. He sounds so good.
Right.
He sounds so good, and it brought everything together, and that was just Arch. What a time we had at that show.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, man. It's funny you say the word underrated with Rex. It's not. I'll say this, and not just because he's my man, but it's like you just haven't seen Rex on stage playing these songs in so long.
Yep.
That it's not that he's underrated, but these other motherfuckers have been coming up playing, but they still don't fucking play like Rex, man.
Yeah,
they don't.
He,
I don't. I mean, I'm up there with his rig and his picks and his basses, and I can play Pantera all day long, but not. That still doesn't have that Rex thing, man.
Yeah, we had the pleasure of playing in a. We just did a show and we did a bunch of Pantera covers to have a good time. It was with like an Eddie Trunk show, in New Jersey, and I played bass that show, and I'm like, I don't know how he's playing this fast and this good and this precise, and I'm gonna give it my best.
Right.
That was it. That was it. And
you did, but you did it with respect and love, and that's what it's all about, man.
Respect and love, and I had a great time.
That's right.
But hats off to be playing bass. And the notes were, the songs are just written like they were just fun, and like, oh, they weren't like complex is not the right. They were just, oh, he went to this, he goes to this note here. Oh, he goes to that note there. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you got to do it fucking 4 times faster. And I'm like,
yeah.
And my forum's like, so
yeah.
No, kudos to Rex, bro.
Absolutely, man. Again, it's not so much that he's underrated as he's not. I think he gets the respect he deserves, but people haven't seen him play Pantera songs in so long.
Yeah,
that they forgot, but it's not their fault that they forgot. It's another generation coming up that haven't got to see that kind of, bass playing.
And
yeah, man.
Side note, his it's probably, the book's probably 10 years old, but when his book came out, his book is amazing because it told the story from an insider's perspective, but like, what he saw between like, Phil and the brothers and that kind of thing. And it was it was so like objective. It wasn't like there was no agenda. There was no skew to one side. It was like he saw it as he saw it. And I actually recommend that book to anybody that's into music at all, any genre.
Yeah, man. Could you imagine being Rex and like, I don't know, for so many years of his life, hundreds of people asking him hundreds of questions. It's like, I'll write a book,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
So let's
Right.
let's talk about you. I actually I got to meet you at the first housecore horror in Austin when you just
Awesome.
started playing with Dan.
Ah,
You were
yeah.
you were a true
Yeah.
gentleman. You were talking to the fans and like no, it was a real cool experience I had at the time. It was like
And Bobby right now is like, oh shit, you are the transvestite I met.
Oh,
right.
the boobs. I don't see the boobs, the black shirt. Yeah, okay. That was it.
But that was my first getting to know you, and then
Right on.
really got into Honky played there, and it was
Yeah,
really
man.
really good. And that first housecore horror was it was awesome, and I love the little place it was at. Emo's, that one, the main big
Emos.
place.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
cool joint. Let's talk about that experience.
Well, for me, it was super cool because that was my first official show of my first official tour. So it was in Austin, Texas. So
Yep.
that's my people.
Yeah.
You know, I came to Austin in '83 and started playing. So, I mean, for me, it was such a big deal. I mean, family and friends. Um, it was great. It was a great experience. And the housecore, horror festivals have been such a great thing. I hope they start, doing more again. But for me, yeah, man, I couldn't turn left or right and not see somebody I know and loved. I mean, yeah, that's what that was. I mean, put yourself in your hometown with one of your favorite bands ever, and you're
Yeah.
playing guitar, and no one can believe you're in the band. I'm still trying to believe I'm in the band, you know. Um, so it was a great experience for that. Yeah, thanks for asking because that was a big day
No,
for me.
it was an amazing experience, and got to chat with you a little bit. You gave your time to talk to the people. And it was just a fun,
All day
chill
long, man.
experience. And I can't imagine like living in Austin and doing that at
Yeah,
that kind of place. And everybody was so cool, from all the bands to all the fans. Everybody was there to have a good time, and it was just a
yeah,
very chill experience, and the musicians were very accessible and willing to talk and
yeah,
like that kind of thing. And then that's what
yeah,
put me on to Honky. Like I'm like a big ZZ Top fan, and I'm like, okay, these guys are like
yeah, man.
that. I'm like
Yeah, man.
I see the influence, right? And
Oh
I'm like,
yeah.
and they take it to the extreme, and that was what's
Yeah.
good. Is Honky in still working order? Like you still
Yeah,
playing?
I mean, we can play a show anytime. We did a New Year's Eve show here in Austin,
Awesome.
and we played year before that we did a New Year's Eve. I'm sorry, Thanksgiving, but pre-Thanksgiving show, Honky on Black Friday,
There you
and
go.
it was fun. It was fun. It was a
Finally.
blast. Pincus is touring with his banjo music.
Mhm.
He's 2 or 3 records deep now, and he's on tour a lot doing his banjo. And man, it's killer. It's awesome. If you get a chance to see it, I will forward you all of his records.
Awesome.
Uh, I want you to check it out and dig it because there's nothing really like it. And he's doing great stuff, and he's touring that. So he's been so busy with that. I've been on tour with Pantera so much that we really haven't had a chance to do anything. But no, we're up
Sure.
and running. We could do a show anytime. It's just that we worked it, man. We were on the road for I don't know. I think I joined in '96. We beat it up, man. We've been out with the best of them, and we kept it. We held our own with the best of them. You know, we were blessed to be out with Nashville Pussy, Reverend Horton Heat, doing tours in Europe. Peter Pan Speed Rock. They took us under their wing. They're like the Motorhead of Europe from the Netherlands.
Wow.
A lot of great people took us under their wing, and we stood up and represented real tall. I think the best time we had as Honky was out with the Melvins.
Ooh.
Dale from
Yeah.
the Melvins was playing drums with us,
Oh wow.
and Pincus was playing bass in Melvin's. So we go to LA for rehearsals with the Melvins in Melvin's studio, and Buzz, he's like, "Hey man, just want to play through my rig?" I was like, "Sure." So we go up there. We're honky with Dale on drums. He's already set up. He's got a Melvin show. Pincus playing bass. He's already set up. He's got a Melvin show. I go up. I play Buzz's rig. Boom. And Buzz is like, "You want a guitar tech? You just want to do all that?" I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
Nice.
let's do this, man."
Nice.
So we set up the rigs and we just boom honky Melvins, and we had such a great time
That's
touring
cool.
with that. I certainly thank Dale and I certainly thank King Buzzo for that opportunity. Not only did Pincus have so many great years of playing with Melvins, but to be able to go out with Melvins is big. The other crazy thing was maybe even crazier, not as fun, and I'll tell you why, is I was guitar tech and stage managing Down for a long time.
Okay.
Go around the planet, and it was my job. I was on the bus like for 10 years with these guys. It was great. But I got asked by Pepper and Philip, well, and Kirk and Jimmy and Pat, "Hey man, why don't you bring Honky out?" I was like, "Will you guys let me do that?" "Sure, man. Let's fucking do it." So I'm setting up Down all day and doing the sound checks, and then I started with Honky. We were the first band, and then
Oh,
it was
see,
like,
double
man,
duty.
that was intense, man. It was a lot of work, but man, I was very glad to do it.
Yeah.
Literally changing hats, you know what I'm saying? I got my Down hat on all day, and then it's Honky time, and I'm like, "Ooh, all right, let's go."
It is.
And then,
There it
then
is.
it's Honky show. Then we do the Honky show, and boom, done, and then do the rest of the night with Down, and that was fun, man. I've had some really good opportunities, and Philip put out our last Honky record called Corduroy on Housecore, so you can find that Honky record on Housecore.
Awesome.
I'll send you all the
Yes, please.
the Honky records.
I mean,
you
who
can
doesn't
find
like
them.
snorting whiskey? I mean, come on.
Snorting whiskey, man. Yeah,
Uh,
man.
So-
That was a blast.
Sorry, I could just imagine Down all day. Then, like, this is your gig, honky. Then fucking put that shit away because now this is why you're here for Down.
Yeah,
I could
Yeah, yeah.
imagine hitting the pillow at night, like,
yeah.
fuck.
That was some days.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are some days for sure.
And I'm sure he wasn't hitting it at night. I'm sure it was the wee hours of the, the next
Well,
day.
No, me. I was hitting it at night. I'm like, I'm done. Please, I got to do this again tomorrow.
I can
But
imagine.
I woke up with a big smile, and I went to bed with a big smile.
Good for
What an
you.
opportunity to have your own band, warming up for Down, and then
Oh, yeah.
eventually getting in the band. Getting in
So-
Down.
That's what I want to get into. We I know at the time Kirk wanted to focus on Crowbar.
Yeah.
We've actually played a couple shows with Crowbar. Kirk's been on our show.
Yeah, man.
Guy. But and again, obviously knowing what I know that you were with them for 10 years, and I mean you literally filled in without like a hitch. Like, no disrespect to Kirk, but like it was like, wow, okay. And
It was all the respect to Kirk. It's
yeah.
all that. I'm his boy. I'm his guitar tech for so many years. I
Yeah.
got those chops in my head. I'm like, me and Kirk, when I met Kirk, it was at his house with he's like two guitars in our hands, and that was it. The bromance started right there at his crib.
Nice.
When I met him in New Orleans, I was there doing a honky show, and our mutual buddy Cato, he's like, "Bobby, I want you to come meet Kirk Winstein." I'm like, "All right, sure, sounds good." Go over to Kirk's house. We spent a lot of hours just playing guitar, talk about Michael Schenker, Pat Travers, and all the shit we love. And it turns out that we realized we were very much the same kind of player.
Mhm.
And the Down guys would go to honky shows. So I'd see Pepper and Pat and Jimmy. They'd be out at the honky shows because it was a good time, and we were all friends. And Then I got to meet Kirk. We found, the bromance started there. So I don't know, some months later, I don't know how long, years later, um, I got a call from Kirk. Say, hey, Bobby. Hey, Rocka. And what are you doing, man? I need a guitar tech. All right, what's going on? I need a guitar tech for down, man. You use the same. We got the same rigs. You know what? You know how I play. You know what's going on. I was like, dude, I got you. Let's do this. He's like, cool. And so that's how that started.
That's awesome.
But the funniest part of that conversation was that he goes, all right, cool. Well, we're gonna start the tour here. We'll get you to New Orleans. We'll do rehearsals, and we'll get all this set up. And it's good to have you, bro. Right on. And then you're gonna take care of Rex too. Okay, cool. All right, we'll see you later, bro. So I'm stage right. So I got Rex and Kirk. So that's how I started working for Rex. I don't know, 2007, something like that. Over the Under just came out.
Very cool.
That's
And,
fucking cool.
So
That's
I
so
ended
cool.
up with Kirk and Rex, man.
Hey,
And,
Bobby, listen, you're gonna
Hey,
you're,
Rocco.
you're gonna have Rex too, all right?
Right. All right, cool. Bye.
All right.
Just like in the same sentence. All right, man. Good to have you. We got the same rig. Everything's cool, right? Okay,
Thank you.
cool. Yeah, thanks. All
Thank
right,
you.
you got Rex too. All right, bye.
All right.
No, it was
Thank you
funny,
very
man.
much. Typo
Yeah,
negative.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man. So I love Kirk Winstein. Kirk brought me into it, and we're partners the whole time. He's a great dude. I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot from Pepper, Philip, Rex. It's just great.
Some real good people to
Jimmy
look.
and Pat. Jimmy and Pat are one of the best rhythm sections ever. I mean, I tell Jimmy all the time. I still do. I just did the other day, man. Like, dude, I'm practicing the songs again, and I'm like, you are one of my favorite all-time drummers. Not like, oh, number 9 out of 10.
Yeah,
It's like, nah, man. Jimmy Bauer has a fucking thing that nobody has, man. Jimmy Bauer got this
Power.
fucking thing. Power is real. It's real. But no, back to getting the gig. Yeah, man, Kirk, during those years, there was, Philip I was going to say always does have so much going on. And Kirk was trying to book a lot of Crowbar, and I was trying to book Honky. So I know what that's like, but we have to stay ready for down tours. And we didn't know when we were going out, we were going to be home, when we were going to be out, when we were going home. I mean, that's a big chunk of your life, I mean, that 10 years or so, yeah, it's a big chunk of your life, and you want to get your own band, and that's what Down is. Down is all these bands that come together.
Sure.
I Hate God, Phillips Everything, and COC. It's just so it just Kirk had to go do it, and he had to just focus on Crowbar, and nobody blamed him for a fucking second, man. That's like right on,
Yeah.
of course. So when it came up, I of course, I'm one of the first to know, because I'm rooming with Kirk. I mean, we're partners, and I just, I went to Philip and Pepper and Jimmy. I'm like, hey, man, I'd love to do this. I got this. Trust me, I could do this all day long. I love this. I love y'all. We already live together.
Yeah.
We're on this bus already. And I know that had a lot to do with me getting the gig too. It's not like a new personality coming into it.
Sure.
Not like somebody's ego. It's not like somebody from some other band and have the whole circus of other. Nah, it was right there. They pulled me in. They pulled me back in. They did, and I couldn't be more grateful.
Yeah.
So Kirk's blessing. The band loved me. I stepped right in. And on that last Down record, I'll never forget this. There's a big point when I drove there for my first rehearsals. They were throwing riffs at me, and they were writing for the new record. And Jimmy had this fucking killer riff going for We Knew Him Well. And I heard Jimmy's riff, And I went, I got this. Check it out. And I grabbed the guitar. I'm like, I threw my riff on it, and it just went like that. And the whole
Nice.
room was like, that's gonna work. And being able to throw a riff right in first
Yeah.
day, and Philip's like, yeah. Pepper's like, right on. Jimmy's like, right on. Pat's going,
Yeah.
bro,
Bruh.
that's it, man. That's it. Then
That's
you know,
great.
That's
that
gotta
was a
be a
big
great
fucking
feeling.
deal. It really was. And the rest of the record came together. They took my input on stuff. Hey, what if I did this? Hey, what if this? Hey, what about that? You know, and there was never anything but love and respect all the way around.
Yeah.
So we were able to we were able to throw that. They already had so much of that ready to go, but
Mhm.
I was able to throw in some riffs. I was able to throw in some things that they didn't have yet.
Perfect.
I get to put my little flavor on it.
That's
You
it.
know?
That's gotta feel good to put, you put your stamp on. You contributed to that, and not just the live shows, but that too.
Right.
Making music.
Right.
That's awesome. That's like something that nobody will ever, could ever like. Hey, take that away. Like I did
There
that.
forever. It's there
Yeah, it's
forever.
there
Played
forever.
lead guitar on the Last Down record. I could say that all day long. You know what I mean? Proud moment, man. Definitely.
Good. That's awesome.
And
dude.
just love touring. I love it. Was the same guys, same stage, same gear, but I slipped in and I'm Kirk now.
That,
I was
did
Kirk,
you,
but I wasn't Kirk, but I was Kirk.
did you have to tech
I stay
yourself?
I stay true to Kirk's riffs, and I stay true to his solos. I do.
Yeah.
I love them, and I stick to those.
Did you tech yourself?
Nah, I got a guitar tech. Yeah.
You got to tech yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yeah, man. Luckiest motherfucker alive too. I tell you what, man. They had it easy.
It
But,
it seems
yeah.
that like everybody from that whole scene, I was able to, again, at the house core, be able to talk to Philip for a little bit, but Kate a lot. Very, very
Yeah, man.
cool. And it just seems that like Phil like really is loyal to the people that he's around, right? Like you guys,
Absolutely.
and that the people in that scene and those bands that he likes, like he really, it looks like, obviously Housecore Records is a labor of love, right? And
That's what housecore is.
yeah, and that's one thing I really admire, is that like the group of you all, that he really is, it does seem like he's very loyal, and that's huge.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And when we're loyal to housecore, we're loyal to Philip and Kate. They treat us well. We treat them as good as we can. We treat them well. That's great.
Very cool. So
Yeah, man. I've never seen or dealt or been a part of anything like it. Absolutely.
talking about this down talk, talking about filling in for
Yeah, man.
what do we
So
got?
I got a call from I got the call from Kate. I don't know, maybe not quite a month ago. Hey, Bobby, Kurt's got to do a Crowbar tour with Hatebreed. They're going to be in Europe. We got a show in New Mexico. Can you do it? And I said, absolutely not. No, I said, yes, please.
And that was it, and then I hung
"Come
up.
on." Yeah, I hung up.
Excuse me.
Lose my
This is
number.
who?
Who is this again? Nah, but man, I jumped on it. I said, yes, absolutely. I couldn't have been more happy because,
nice.
man, any chance to do that? Hell yeah, I'm going to do it.
Fuck
And
yeah.
of course, I called Kirk immediately. I'm like, hey, bro, Kate just called me, man. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, go do that shit, man. Go rock that.
Yeah.
I'm like, fucking thanks, man.
Where is this?
He's my guy, man. He's my go-to.
Where's this show coming out?
New Mexico.
New Mexico.
It's at a casino in Mescalero, New Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
And
dope.
Dave Hill is Dave Hill.
Mhm.
You heard of Dave Hill, the
I'm
comedian?
sorry.
Yes.
I do not know.
All right. All right. I'll send you some of his. Or look up Dave Hill. Anything.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a comedian.
Okay.
And yeah, he did a thing called Heavy Metal Grasshopper.
All right.
Which was a film thing
That's
where
right.
he
That's where I know him from.
goes to yeah, where he goes to Philip for the knowledge of metal and how to be a metal god, and Philip teaches him the ways of
Oh,
metal.
I got to see this.
Yeah, very.
what
It's
breakfast cereals to eat, how to
Uh-huh.
be. Oh yeah. It's
That's funny.
hilarious, man. You got to check that out.
So that's June 20th. It says at
That's
the
right.
Inn of the Mountain Gods.
Inn of the Mountain Gods.
That sounds.
Yeah, man.
Bobby, are you gonna be ready?
It does.
Are
I'll
you gonna be ready,
Shit,
Bobby?
yeah, I'm ready. I'm
Nice.
overly ready.
And,
Awesome,
I
brother.
am. I'm very excited about it. Yeah,
Good.
man.
yeah,
No,
I
it's gonna be a good time.
and I feel like too, obviously Down hasn't played in a while, so it will be a special show. I'm super happy for you
Yeah.
that you get to be a part of it.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
But,
Yeah, me too.
maybe it leads to more shows. I don't know. Is Pantera going back out on the road anytime soon, or
We are in Ohio playing a festival next week.
okay?
Then we're going to be in
Pretty soon?
Donington, England. Yeah. Before that Down show, Pantera is headlining Donington. So that's a big deal. That's like the biggest festival in the
Is that
planet. in London.
the Download Festival or whatever it used to be or whatever?
Yeah. The racetrack out there.
Okay.
So we'll do that. Come home and do the Pantera. I'm sorry, do the Down. Do the Pantera in Donington. Come home and go to New Mexico. Do that. Then come home in about a week after that, we go to Barcelona for a festival with Pantera. And then after that, there's 5 shows in August: Pantera, Metallica, Mammoth. So we got 5 more super donut shows to do.
Not a bad
Yeah,
life,
man.
Bobby. Not a bad life.
Hey,
man.
I'm blessed. You know what I am. I know that too.
That's
It's a lot of
awesome.
hard work to get to where I am, but
I'm sure.
I look back and I go, "Fuck yeah, right on." I'm blessed. I'm
Yeah.
a lucky guy.
To travel the world
I
and do
am.
what you love, that's not
Absolutely.
many people in this world can say that, and that's pretty dope.
And to get to play and tech is a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you in Austin now?
I am. That's where I live.
Was it Keep Austin Weird? Is that the
Yeah, keep Austin weird. Austin comes from a big old hippie, world. So it's like weird and hippies and all that. But yeah.
Do you do you follow any comedians? A lot of comedians around, because I know the push in your area is huge right now.
Yeah, I mean, I took my wife to Nate Bargatze. I mean,
Okay.
2 weeks ago.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah,
Mhm.
we love him. Dave Hill. He's also, because he's a
Yeah.
friend, but he's great. I'm learning more and more comedians that I like.
Gotcha.
The
Gotcha.
classics, but I'm learning. I'm
So-
learning.
Because the mothership is fucking bonkers right
Dude,
now.
I haven't been yet.
Uh-huh.
But I gotta find an excuse to get there. Yeah, man.
Awesome.
I mean, all these comedians move to Austin and
I know.
play at the mothership. Actually, when I got the tickets for a Bargatze show, I was looking at the mothership and I was like, "Oh shit, sold out
Yeah.
next month, sold out next month,
Wow.
sold out after that,
Oh,
sold
shit.
out." So you got to get on it, man. This shit
Yeah.
sold out. Or you got to have an insight, you know.
Gotcha.
But
So the Down show coming up, you have the Pantera stuff. If and when all this dies down, because it seems like the schedule just keeps getting more hectic and hectic. What is your next musical venture? Like where do you pick up when it's Bobby Rock?
when I'm off tour, Bobby Rock plays bass in a band called Snakes of Central Texas, and you can find that on YouTube.
Okay.
And I play bass. I play blues bass behind my
cool.
boy Gordy Johnson, who comes from a band called Big Sugar from Canada.
Mhm.
And they're a platinum Canadian band. He lives in Texas and he has for 20 plus years. But he's a low down badass blues player and guitar player and great singer. And I'm playing bass behind him. And we have residencies here, a club called Sea Boys, which is an offshoot of Continental Club. And we have a Thursday residency. So I'll be playing
Nice.
tomorrow night, play every Thursday. And we play for 3 hours.
Nice.
We ain't scared.
And,
There you go.
We just go, man. We get up there and we go. I have a band called Rockingham that I haven't had out in a while, but because I've been out with doing so much Pantera, but it's a solo project. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get something off the ground with that. Of course, the down gig I get to do. Maybe this down show is a good here's my card thing, because I think I need a gig. I need another gig, because I'm ready. I got the chops, I got the will, I got the love, and see me playing down, see if you need that. Holla.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of shit you could do, man. Studio, I got my studio behind me.
Yeah.
Got my room, I got my rigs. We'll see. You know what I mean? My heart's open, my eyes are open. I'm ready, man. I'm all about it, man. I got
You're
the
all
love for the
about
game.
that life. Love
Rock,
it.
I got love for the game, man.
Rock,
And
he
the game
sounds like
loves me, I
he's
guess.
he sounds like a fighter, like ready to like I'm ready to get in there. Like I'm ready to get
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I got this.
You don't get
I
ready, he
got
stays
this.
ready.
Hey, I'm in. Yeah, you know.
On that note, that's awesome. Yo,
All right.
Bobby, tell everybody out there where they could find you and all your socials. Where can they find you?
First of all, Bobby Landgraf, Facebook and Instagram, just my name, Bobby Landgraf. No nickname, no crazy nothing. Also, please watch my Crew from Hell 2.0 videos,
Yes.
man, because I'm having a blast doing it. My people love it, and
They're so
it's about
cool.
us. It's about the crew, and it's a thing that you don't get a chance to see. I'm giving an insight that you don't have a chance to see unless you are there, and nobody's there except us. So again, there's another whole love for the game that I have. That's being a part of that Pantera crew, man. And come see that. Come check that
Awesome.
out.
We're
If you
gonna
keep up with those things, you're gonna find me. You're gonna holla at me. Holla at me.
we're gonna check you
Thanks,
out.
guys.
We're gonna make a call in about a year from now, and we're gonna check in.
Yeah, man.
All right,
All right.
brother.
If
Keep
you could,
up. Keep
if you
up,
could
fellas.
send me some stuff, some videos.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. I'll keep up. I'll do the same.
Bobby,
Awesome.
good luck. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so
for coming
much.
on.
Much love,
Totally
fellas.
appreciate it.
Much love.
Stay
All
well.
right. You guys are great. Thanks for
got it.
asking me to do this.
You got it.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you so much.
Later,
All
brother.
right, y'all.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the great Bobby Landgraf. That's a different guest than what we usually have. We usually have the people who are on the forefront, the people that are in the band. That's a person who sets up the band. That is just as important as the people that are playing the show. And that is a great insight on how a show, like, you got to check that fucking show out. I checked the latest one out. That was so fucking cool. Like watching the rigs
it's
go
right
up,
it's right up our alley. Want to know the behind the scenes shit,
all behind the scenes.
the curtain.
Yeah.
But listen, let me tell you something though. Not just saying that, but an amazing musician on his own part. Check out his Honky. Like they again, when I saw him at the Housecore Horror Festival, it was the first time I heard them, and I'm like, wow, okay. I'm a huge ZZ Top fan, and that was the vibe. It was like a Texas ZZ Top, like crank the volume up and like the intensity, like fun, like and he killed it in Down, and like you said, wrote with them on that record, killed the live show, and they did not miss a beat. So, and he's a good dude.
He is a real good dude. You can just tell. Very appreciative and very humble and understands where he came from. Like, and he's ready. He's fucking ready.
Yeah, he's ready.
Fucking ready.
He's about it.
Rocco, with that being said, what do you have to say to the people?
If you just heard us talking to our boy Bobby, you're slamming drinks at the bar in the hotel lobby, about to hit the casino because that's your hobby, then hit the jackpot, head to the dealer and buy a brand new Bugatti, then you just listen to Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast.
We out.